Hi guys, and welcome to your handover videos for your Swift Sprite Quattro EW. So, as you can see, I've got all your gear waiting, and yes, that is an awning. Okay, so at the end of this video, I'll be packing your caravan up with all the bits I've promised you. So, when you take the caravan off your car, level it front to back using your jockey wheel. You then put your four corner steadies down, and there's two at the front and two at the rear. The winding handle for this will be just through your door. There's a fully charged battery on board, and we've got our mains lead plugged in. Inside the gas locker, we have a full gas bottle, okay, and it's on and off at the top of the bottle. And that will supply the gas to all of the gas appliances. Just a quick note, never travel with this turned on, always turn it off before you travel. And when the gas bottle is empty, turn it off at the valve, and then you unscrew it from this big nut here. That is a left-hand screw thread, so opposite to what you're used to. You have some waste hose and a mains lead for yourselves in there, ready. We've got a waste container, we've got a hitch lock, we've got an acca roll with handle, and we have an awning there for you. Coming around the off side of the caravan, this piece here is the flue for your water heater on gas. You don't need to touch it. This piece here is where your water feeds into your caravan. So we filled up our acca roll of water, okay, and this is the caravan's water fill hose. So this trigger pushes into the side of the caravan until it clicks, and then the other end drops into your barrel of water. Coming further down the caravan, just here is where your waste pipe will push into and then go into your waste container or into a drain, depending on your site. And then finally, you have the toilet compartment. So into here you need to pour fresh water, and if you're using it, a little bit of the pink freshener fluid. That just makes it smell nice and looks pretty. Below is your holding tank for your toilet. Lift and slide when it's full. Take it to your emptying point on site. Turn the nozzle around, remove your cap. And as you tip, press the vent button. That will release all the liquid into the emptying point on site. When it's empty, swill it out with fresh water to make sure there's nothing left in there. Fill your cap with blue fluid, pour it in, replace your cap, and replace your holding tank. Never travel with your holding tank full, and try and empty all your flush water out before you travel as well. For winterization, to empty your flush tank fully, just up here there's a little black tube. Take the nozzle out of there, empty your flush tank into a bucket and pour it away. And that is how to set up the outside of your caravan. Okay, so we're now inside the caravan. I've just disassembled the seating area for you just to show you bits and bobs. This is your main power unit, okay? When you're on mains, you'll see that the charger light is on and the heating and hot water master switch is on. These here are your 12-volt fuses for inside the caravan. These are your 240-volt trips for the appliances inside the caravan. The fuse box here is for your driving lights, okay, for the external of the caravan. So the first thing you need to do when you come inside the caravan is to go under the front bench seat and make sure that this yellow valve is in the horizontal position like this. That will ensure that your water flows around the caravan. At the end of the video, we'll be lifting that up to drain the caravan of any water, and that's what you must do for winterization. So when you've done all that and you've set up the outside of the caravan and you've hopped inside and made sure your water drain valve is horizontal, come above your door, turn your power on, water pump, awning light, internal lighting, power, settings and radio. Let's go to settings first. Let's set the time. It is 12:44, so it's almost right. There we go. And it is indeed the 19th of the 7th, 2024, and it is Friday. Here as well, you can set the screen brightness 100% and it goes down to about 20, and you can have the screen timing out in 5 minutes or varying time lengths. If you want to pair your device, iPad, iPhone, etc., you can pair it here as well. And that's where you can use your Swift Command app to control your caravan. Press the home button to go back to the main page. Lighting, so currently the lighting is off. We can turn them on. You've got above cupboard lights there, and you have spotlights all around the caravan. You can also dim the top lights down by pressing the dimmer, okay? But it's a little bit light today, you can't really tell. Press home again. Power, just to see what power is coming into the caravan. Now we don't have a solar panel power because we are connected to the mains. It will be turning off the solar panel already. We haven't got a vehicle connected. There's just a little bit of residual power in the cabling. And we have 14.3 volts coming into the caravan through the mains, and we're using currently just over 1 amp. And that's because we've got this panel turned on. Press home again, okay. Radio, if you want the radio on, press the mode button. Once it goes to FM, twice goes to DAB, and you'll need to scan and search for varying stations. Let's scan it. Let's see if we can get anything. It's not a brilliant area around here. There we go, we've got one, and you can up and down the volumes, and you can do presets if you wish. Again, you can control all this from your app. If you press it a third time, you can use auxiliary, which if you look inside your cupboard here, if you have an iPod or something you want to plug in, there is an auxiliary port on the side of this white box where you can play music from an external source. Press home again. Awning light is the light above your door. It's daylight today, we don't need that on. Water pump, okay, that's the main one. We'll turn the water pump on. You'll hear it pressurise under the seat. Come to your kitchen sink, pull the cold water through until it comes through nice and steady. Pull out any airlocks in the system. There we go. Then over to hot. Run the hot water till it's coming through nice and steady once more. If you have drained the system previously, it will take a little while to get that water through, as it's got to fill up your hot water heater first. So don't worry, it'll make a few coughs and gurgles, but you'll be absolutely fine after about 1.5 to 2 minutes. The next video will show you how to heat the caravan and heat the hot water. Right, so this is how to use your heating and hot water. This screen turns itself on when you turn the power on inside the caravan. This button pushes and it also rotates left and right. This button here is the back button. It will take you back to the main menu. So push it to get to the main menu on this screen. Heating, hot water, power source, fan speed. We'll go through the bottom ones in a moment, but these 4 are your main ones. So push to select heating, turn the dial to whatever heat you want in the caravan. It's not going to kick in today because it's already over 30 degrees in here. So we'll just leave it on 20 or 21, 20, there we go. Click to select. Rotate the dial once, little click to the right, and you'll have the water flash. Click to select. Currently it's off, but we know we've got water in the system. So 1 rotation right goes to Eco. Eco is 50-degree water heating. 1 more rotation is hot, and that's 60-degree water heating. 1 more rotation is boost, and that is 15 minutes of 70-degree water, and then it drops itself back down to Eco and retains water at 50 degrees. I'm going to leave it on 50 degrees now. 1 rotation to the right again, and this is where you can choose how to power your heating and hot water. Click to select. You can use gas on its own, a mix of gas and 1 kilowatt of electric, a mix of gas and 2 kilowatts of electric, electric on its own 1 kilowatt, or electric on its own 2 kilowatts. The fastest form of heating is a mix of 1 or 2, okay? So I'm going to use a mix of gas and electric to heat everything up. And then we go to the 4th option, which is your fan. Click to select. Eco, the fan will kick in and out with the thermostat, okay, for the heating. One rotation to the right, the second option is high, and that will put the fan on permanently high. So we're going to go to Eco. Now there are some down the bottom, as I can see. One more rotation brings you to a timer. You can have your heating and hot water starting at a certain time and finishing at a different time. We're not going to do that today. This one is the clock, and it's now 12:51. So we're going to put the time correct. There we go. Okay. And the little spanner there is for workshop use. If you get to a page where you don't know where you are, you can press the back button. It will take you back to the main menu. When these up here are flashing, it means that they are not yet up to temperature, okay? Obviously the heating is up to temperature already because it's a very hot day, but the water is not yet up to temperature. When it goes solid, you can then use your heated water. Leave it for about half an hour and everything should be absolutely toasty. To turn this system off, press your main menu button, choose heating, wind it all the way down to off, click to select your water heating, click to select off, click again to select, and then press and hold, and that is your heating and water heating off. Your cooker is fully gas. Okay, so everything lights off the one igniter. I would recommend, if you have swapped your gas bottle recently, to light the cooker in full, just to draw the gas through to stop any airlocks in the system. There we go. As you can see, if there is an airlock, it can take a little while to allow the gas through. And the oven, there we go. So make sure everything lights and that the flames are nice and clean and blue. And that is the sign of a healthy burner. Your microwave is mains only. If you are not plugged into the mains or the mains is not working, neither will your microwave. Okay. The toilet, when you have put blue in the base tank and water in the flush just press the button and it flushes. And then to drop everything into the holding tank below, slide left and right on the triangle, and that will drop everything from the bowl into your grey holding tank outside. And finally, your refrigerator. So to turn it on, press the power button and it goes back onto whatever the previous setting was. So we've had it on mains and at full temperature. If you want to change it from mains to gas, press your arrows until you find the gas flame. It will then light itself on its own. If you want to use it on your car, you need to select the battery. Okay, that is your car battery, not the caravan battery. And auto will select its most prominent power source. So if you have the mains plugged in, it will automatically select mains. If it doesn't detect mains, it will try and light on gas. And if it detects the car is connected, it will use the car battery to remain chilled. These fridges take at least 4 hours to chill down from ambient temperature. So please remember, it isn't an instantaneous thing. To change your temperature, you can press the thermometer button. The more lights lit, the colder the fridge will get. And that is how to use your fridge to turn it off. Press and hold the power button until all the lights are extinguished. When you come to pack the caravan away, make sure that all your skylights are down and in the locked position. Today, because it's been very hot, I've had the front skylight open, so we're going to close that now. and push it up so that the handle is behind the spring button. We make sure that all our windows are closed and again in the lock position. Our hob is cold before we drop the glass down. And then we come up to our power up here. We turn our water pump off. We can turn our lights off. We can turn our radio off now. And to turn this panel off completely, press and hold the power button until 2 bleeps. And that is the caravan turned off. If you wish then, you can go underneath your front seat and lift your drain valve to the drain position. We would always recommend doing this because you don't really want to travel with excess weight on board. Okay, that will now drain your water heater and all your pipes. And once you've done that, you can turn your gas off, empty your water barrel, pull your pipe out, empty your waste and your toilet, pull your mains lead out and lock all your lockers, and you are ready to go. Guys, thank you very much for purchasing the caravan from us. We do appreciate every sale. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you need us. Thank you.